A $6 billion African megacity scrapped. TikTok splitting in two. The CEO of Twitter just vanished without a word, and robots are already walking children to school in China. And that's just Monday. Welcome to Star Watch 247, where reality is unraveling faster than your For You page. Hit subscribe now, because by the end of this video, your entire understanding of the digital world might glitch. The headlines aren't telling you the full story, but we are. Let's unpack it all, before the future arrives faster than we're ready for. First up, the dream that turned to dust. Remember when Akon, the artist, yes, that Akon, announced he was going to build a futuristic city in Senegal? Not just any city, a $6 billion utopia powered by renewable energy, fully crypto-based, and designed to showcase what Africa could achieve when innovation leads the way. It was dubbed Africa's Wakanda, and people believed. Senegal's government cleared land for it. Families were relocated. Akon talked about building schools, hospitals, shopping centers, even a crypto-based economy using his own coin, Akon. But years went by and nothing happened. No roads, no towers, no smart grids, no anything. Just empty land, promises, and a lonely ceremonial stone planted in the middle of a field like some strange art installation meant to distract from how little had been done. Locals waited, investors asked questions, skeptics whispered, then shouted, and eventually they were right. As of this week, the government of Senegal has pulled the plug on Akon City. Not paused, not delayed, canceled, finished. The land has been reclaimed. The payments never came. The city never rose, and the currency that was supposed to fund the entire operation, Akon, it crashed. Hard. It's no longer even traded. Poof, gone. People once laughed at the idea that such a thing could exist in Africa, not because Africa couldn't do it, but because celebrity-led fantasy projects often collapse under their own hype. And now, the same people Akon wanted to prove wrong just watched him prove them right. It's a tragic ending, not just because of what wasn't built, but because of the hope it once inspired. And now, that hope has been replaced with a cautionary tale about ambition. Crypto and the danger of thinking a great pitch is the same thing as a great plan. Meanwhile, as one dream collapses, another face is disappearing from one of the internet's most chaotic empires. The CEO of X, Linda Yaccarino, has just resigned with no explanation, no press tour, no corporate statement filled with vague optimism, just gone. And here's where it gets weird, because right before she stepped down, X's AI chatbot Grok had a full-on public meltdown, not just a technical glitch. We're talking unhinged replies, disturbing references, and a level of tone-deaf aggression that made people wonder if it had been hijacked. It wasn't. That was just Grok being Grok. The kind of PR nightmare that sparks internal meetings, angry shareholders, and maybe, just maybe, a resignation. So now the top seat at X is empty, and who throws his hat in the ring? None other than Mr.Beast. Yep, the YouTube megastar, billionaire entrepreneur, and digital icon casually posted that he'd take the job and then updated his profile to match. Now sure, he's probably joking. Probably. But it raises a very real conversation. What would social media look like if it were run by someone who actually uses it the way regular people do? Someone who's posted thousands of videos, obsessed over retention metrics, navigated copyright landmines, and understands what it means to go viral without losing your mind. The truth is, it might be exactly what platforms need. Less corporate, more human. Less press release, more passion. Whether or not Mr.Beast ever becomes the real CEO of a platform, the fact that people are even entertaining the idea tells you everything you need to know about how broken most platforms are right now. Speaking of broken, let's talk about TikTok. Or should we say, the two TikToks? Because new information has just confirmed what many feared. The US is getting its own version of the app. Not just a different logo or terms of service, a different algorithm, a different content stream, a different data set. Essentially, TikTok is being split in two, one version for the US and one for everyone else. What that means is massive. For creators outside the US, it could mean losing millions of viewers overnight. For viewers inside the US, it could mean seeing a lot less of the world and a lot more of the same recycled trends. The global vibe? Gone. The accidental cultural exchanges that made TikTok magic? Fading. You'll still see dances, drama, and DIY videos, but the algorithm that used to surprise you with a video from Brazil, Nigeria, or Tokyo? That's not part of the plan anymore. Reports say the new US-based TikTok will use only US data to train its algorithm and prioritize American-made content. On the surface, that might sound like security. In practice, it's isolation. And here's where it gets even murkier. Potential buyers of the US TikTok include tech giants and private equity firms that would benefit more from owning attention than curating it responsibly. It's giving Frankenstein. The real danger here isn't just what gets removed, it's what gets pushed. In a world already obsessed with echo chambers, this new version of TikTok could amplify that tenfold. And we're not ready. The internet was never meant to be bordered by politics, but now it is. And the fallout could reshape content forever. But maybe the most surreal moment of the week didn't happen in a courtroom or a boardroom. It happened on a playground in China, where children were seen running around with humanoid robots, not toys, not costumes, real robots with joints, with balance, with fluid movement that looked way too close to how a person moves. These weren't hidden in a lab or demoed at some tech expo. They were casually jogging alongside kids in public parks. One robot was seen carrying grocery bags for a woman. Another was walking a robot dog like it was just another day in suburbia. The company behind them, Unitree, has officially begun rolling them out for commercial use. And yes, technically they're being marketed for industrial or business purposes. But we all know how this story ends. First it's businesses, then it's homes, then it's everywhere. What's so unsettling about these robots isn't just their design, it's their speed of progress. Just a year ago, we were laughing at clunky prototypes falling over during tests. Now they're shopping, walking, running, and if that's not enough, these same robots were recently seen participating in the world's first humanoid robot fighting competition. So they're not just walking, they're learning to fight, which is cool until it's not. Combine that with the AI models already behaving unpredictably, and you've got a recipe for the kind of future we used to call dystopian. Now it's just called Tuesday. And just when you think we've maxed out the weird, life throws in one more plot twist. Ben Askren, a once active content creator, returned after disappearing for nearly 2 months. He revealed that between May 28th and early July, he was in a hospital, not just resting, fighting for his life. A severe case of pneumonia led to a double lung transplant, and during that time, he says he died 4 times. Not metaphorically, clinically. His heart stopped and machines flatlined, and for over a month, he remembers absolutely nothing. He lost over 50 pounds, relearned how to walk, and somehow, he's back, posting, smiling, joking. It's one of those reminders we all hate to get, but can't afford to ignore. Your health doesn't care how famous you are, how many followers you've got, how viral your last post went. When your body gives out, none of that matters. So if you're watching this right now and you're healthy, that's a win. That's your real milestone. Everything else, bonus content. And if you thought this episode was intense, it's because the world is changing faster than most of us can process. Cities rise and fall before they're even built. Social media CEOs vanish overnight. AI says the quiet part out loud. Algorithms get walled off from the rest of the world, and your neighbor might have a humanoid robot before they have a dishwasher. But here at Star Watch 247, we don't just follow the chaos. We document it, break it down, and make sure you never miss the next digital earthquake. So if you made it this far, you're not just a viewer. You're one of us. Hit that subscribe button, join the rebellion against the algorithm, and share this with someone who still thinks robots are decades away. Because tomorrow's headlines, they're already walking among us.